What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Chris Evans here with 0 Meter Chasers, and I did want to go live here as a destructive severe thunderstorm warning was just issued here. This is still in far southeastern Missouri, in Charleston, Missouri, and this is for 80-mile-an-hour winds. So what I need right now is just if you can put a comment in the chat. I'm going to put this up here. So I know that my audio is working. Just let me know if you can hear me here. Make sure that you guys can hear me as we're going to look at radar here probably for the next couple of minutes and kind of look at the severe thunderstorm warnings that we do have and kind of just take a look at radar here at 8:01 Eastern time. So again, we do have that destructive severe thunderstorm warning for 80-mile-an-hour winds here. This is not in western Kentucky yet. It is right on the edge here. So this is going directly towards Bardwell, Kentucky. And we did just get a new severe thunderstorm warning here near Benton, Calvert City, and Eddyville, as I show you guys the radar here. And that is for 60-mile-an-hour winds and 1-inch hail. So this destructive severe thunderstorm warning is pushing right into western Kentucky right now, and that the radar signature is actually getting a little bit stronger here. Yeah, radar showing about 84-mile-an-hour winds right now in far southern Missouri. And again, this is pushing into far western Kentucky towards Bardwell, Kentucky. And I can put a track on this for you guys, and I'm going to do this real quick and kind of check the questions out. Make sure that you guys can hear me well here. So here's the track. It looks like it's going to push into Bardwell here in the next 51 minutes. If you look on the right there, you can see it's going to push into Anniston in about the next 10 minutes, Arlington in the next 50 minutes, and then Bardwell in the next 51 minutes. So this is pushing into far western Kentucky here within the next hour or so, and that this was the main reason why I wanted to why I pulled the trigger on the live again was 80-mile-an-hour winds are being detected on radar going towards Bardwell, Kentucky, and far western Kentucky. So I just wanted to put a track on that. If you guys can hear me, make sure if I can get a thumbs up in the chat, just put a thumbs up so I can make sure that you guys can hear me as well. I will take this track off real quick for you guys and show you guys again. We do have a second severe thunderstorm warning that was just issued here for Benton, just north of Benton, just out, kind of right where that I-69 in Bluegrass, Western Kentucky exchanges, just to the west of Princeton. Now, this is not destructive. This is only for 60-mile-an-hour winds, but 1-inch hail as well. And it does look like just to the north of Benton. If I zoom in here a little bit, just to the north of Benton, it does look like we're getting a little bit of hail here. So that is very interesting. I do want to zoom out and show you guys. I got some followers here in central Kentucky too. If we zoom out, you guys will see we do have scattered storm development here near Evansville and Brandenburg as well. And StormNet has been highlighting possible damaging wind threat here in the next couple of hours near Brandenburg, Tell City, and Evansville, somewhere here near Meade County, Breckinridge County, Hancock County, all the way from Evansville. So I do think there's going to be two different waves. Kind of zoom it out a little bit here. You'll have the first wave is still trying to organize itself here along and just south of I-64. And then your second wave here in far western Kentucky with those cells and that destructive severe thunderstorm warning that is pushing into the western part of the state. So I'm going to flip back over to radar here, and we're going to look and see what velocity looks like here in far western Kentucky. Again, this is not in western Kentucky yet, but I am a little bit concerned because it does look like the heaviest of the winds are going to go directly into Bardwell. So again, it looks like you got about 50 minutes until the real heavy wind threat. You do have a thunderstorm that's kind of forming just south of that thunderstorm as well. Let me get the lightning off for you guys. It's kind of using that to see how storms were growing here. But you can see there's kind of two different areas here, two different storms, one to the southwest of Bardwell, and then one that's just to the west of Bardwell. And these are going to collide. And I think that will increase the damaging wind threat here, again, from Paducah to Mayfield to Wingo to Fulton. I do think we're going to have an elevated damaging wind threat here in the next couple of hours. So again, just watching radar here. I actually just took a peek out of my window here in E-Town, and it's very interesting because I'm seeing some towers that are starting to develop just off to my north. And I do believe that is those thunderstorms here that are firing near Brandenburg and Hardinsburg, and we'll have to watch some of these here as they congeal, even here into central Kentucky. No, we're zoomed into western Kentucky on this destructive severe thunderstorm warning right now. But we'll have to watch all of these cells here. I think the severe risk is really going to ramp up the next couple of hours. And then once we lose the sunlight and we lose all of our heating in the day, I am a little bit concerned about the damaging wind threat and the flash flooding threat as the sun goes down today. So just going to continue to look at radar here with you guys. I'm going to zoom out again. We got two different complexes of storms. We'll focus on this one that is just now pushing in to far western Kentucky near Bardwell, Clinton, and Hickman. Again, if I put a track on this for you guys, this looks to be pushing into Bardwell here in the next couple, within the next hour. It does look like it's going to push into Bardwell in about 30 minutes or so. And I will give you guys a track here in 1 second. About 45 minutes until this destructive severe thunderstorm is into Bardwell. So I'm going to move this down a little bit here and we'll leave it. What I want to do now is if you guys have any questions for me in the chat, this is a really good time to put them in here. I'm going to kind of leave that track up and answer any questions that we have about the rest of the day. I do think Western Kentucky, your severe risk is now through the overnight, and I am very concerned about the flash flooding risk here near Paducah. If you haven't, make sure you go check out the page. We've kind of covered the flash flooding risk very well here the last 2 days, but I do think Western Kentucky is at a much elevated risk for flash flooding as we get into the evening and overnight hours with repeated rounds of showers and storms here as we get into our Thursday night and overnight on Thursday. So again, this storm right here just south of Clinton is very interesting as well. Let me take this track off and I'll kind of circle here what I'm looking at. We'll see this area of rotation kind of matches up, and it really doesn't match up with that debris ball, but it would not surprise me to see another severe thunderstorm warning for this storm just to the northeast of Hickman. And again, if I back all of this out here, you guys will see we're starting to get a lot of thunderstorm development here in far western Kentucky, and this is going to continue throughout the evening and overnight hours. So here I am. I'm going to zoom out a little bit, and you guys can see that line of storms that's starting to take shape here in southeastern Missouri, far northeastern Arkansas, and northwestern Tennessee. This will congeal into a line and push further east throughout the night. So I do think that this will become an organized line of severe weather here in the next hour or two, especially here in far western Tennessee, far western Kentucky. And we're going to continue to see these severe thunderstorm warnings light up, I think, in the next couple of hours. Now, it's very interesting because we do have this complex here, but there's going to be some more storm development, I think, back here. If I show you guys here near central Missouri, that's not going to be the only complex of storms that we have. And we already have a tornado warning here just to the north of Springfield. StormNet is highlighting is actually been a massive uptrend on StormNet for central and southern Missouri here in the next couple of hours for these supercells that are firing, going to moving southeast. And these cells that aren't very big right now, this lone tornado warning, it's going to all congeal into a line. And this line is going to move eastward into western Kentucky as we get into the overnight hours. So this line right here is not the only line of storms that we're going to see. So that is very interesting to see that tornado warning here in central, or really northwestern Missouri. But again, we have those 2 severe thunderstorm warnings in far western Kentucky right now. I want to show them one more time. I'll show some model data real quick. Again, here is that severe thunderstorm warning. We haven't really covered this one. This one includes Benton, Calvert City, and in Princeton, Kentucky. And I'll be honest, the wind threat does not look as good as it did just a couple hours ago, although there is a pretty good hail signature here near the I-69 Western Kentucky Exchange, kind of where that split happens in between Calvert City and Princeton. So it would not surprise me to see some hail falling. And you can kind of see how it's already starting that Boeing segment. And that with the DCAPE values that we have, I definitely think we can continue to get some severe thunderstorms as we get through the afternoon and evening hours here. But again, we have that destructive severe thunderstorm warning here in far southern Missouri, pushing into far western Kentucky. And the one thing I did want to do, I'm going to leave this up for 1 second. And I'm going to pull something up for you guys before I get off here. This will probably be my last live update for a little while, at least until maybe around the I-65 corridor gets a little bit more active and we kind of see where the significant flash flooding threats. I did want to go to the Zero Meter Chasers website for you guys. And remember, you guys can submit photos or click the submit a photo button and it'll pop up this page. You can select your photo and put your name. We'll always give credit to the photographer and any notes or anything that you want. And we will be using these photos on our live streams as severe weather occurs, so we can give people a live look at what is actually occurring with storms. So just wanted to make sure you guys, if you guys get any reports of any flooding or damage or any cloud pictures, just make sure to go to our website, zerometerchasers.com, and you can submit some photos that can be that will be presented on our live streams. So I just wanted to make sure you guys had that for the rest of the night as we continue to get these repeated rounds of showers and storms. I'm going to show a little bit of model data here really quickly, and then I am going to run. I just wanted to give a quick heads up to far western Kentucky with that destructive severe thunderstorm warning. And what we're going to look at now is just what we can expect the rest of the night. If you just give me a second to get it pulled up here. Here is the radar, and the HRRR is doing a pretty good job now with that line of storms that is here in Paducah and those pop-up storms that are continuing here along the I-65, really along the I-65 corridor and west. And as we move forward here, you'll see that line of storms is going to push through Paducah into Madisonville. And again, here's that secondary area of storms that is just a couple of supercells right now. But this is going to grow very quickly into another line of storms behind all of this, and that looks to track into far western Kentucky as well. We'll continue to get these showers and thunderstorm activity here in central Kentucky, but I do think that this line of storms is going to be the main severe risk even as we get into 2 a.m., and that's looking to focus more here in far western Kentucky. So the severe risk and the flooding risk, I think, is highest in far western Kentucky near Paducah and near Mayfield as we get into later tonight and in the overnight hours into your Friday. So again, that's at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Again, you can see the training effect here of showers and storms. And wherever that training effect happens, right now it's looking like it could be in far western Kentucky near Paducah. But even if it happens over here in the Boot Hills, southeast Missouri, somebody's going to see significant rainfall tonight. By significant, I mean about 2 to 4 inches or maybe even 3 to 6 inches of rain as we get into our Friday morning. So if I fast forward this even further, you can see widespread rain and storms look likely for our morning commute here in central Kentucky, and just that stream of heavy rainfall, storms training over the same area here. And that's going to lead to a significant flash flooding threat as we get all the way through midday. It doesn't look like we're going to get done with this rain until midday tomorrow. So again, if I look at the HRRR and total rainfall, you can see where that's kind of highlighting the highest rainfall amounts here. It does show widespread 1 to 3 inches along the I-65 corridor. Right now, we only need about 2 inches of rain to cause flash flooding. So it does look like we're going to get that in places tonight. But where you start to see these pinks and whites is where we really start to see 4 to 5 inches of rain. And that is looking most likely here in far western Kentucky. So that is what I'm looking at for the rest of the night. I'll give you guys a look at radar really quick here. And you'll see, again, we're continuing to see that storm development here near Brandenburg, just to the east of Evansville, as well as our line of storms that is going to continue here into western Kentucky. So I did want to look at the velocity real quick on our destructive severe thunderstorm warning. And yeah, again, I don't like the way that looks. If you're in Bardwell or you know somebody in Bardwell, let them know that a nasty severe thunderstorm warning is coming their way. It does look like it's about 70 miles per hour right now on velocity. So it's not going to take much with how saturated our ground is to bring down trees and to bring down some tree limbs because we've had so much moisture. It's really not going to take much. And then there is an area of enhanced wind just to the southwest of Princeton and to the south of Eddyville as well. But it is not as strong as this severe thunderstorm warning. But we'll cover these two real quick. This severe thunderstorm warning for Eddyville, Princeton, Benton, and Calvert City is going to expire in 27 minutes. 60-mile-an-hour winds and 1-inch hail is the primary threat with those. And then the severe thunderstorm warning that's pushing into Barton here was 70. Actually, it was an 80-mile-an-hour destructive severe thunderstorm warning that does expire in 12 minutes. And this line of storms is going to be pushing into western Kentucky within the next hour. So repeated rounds with showers and storms and flooding looks very likely as we get into our overnight hours. Make sure that you guys stay weather aware as we get into tonight. So thank you guys for joining. I hope everybody has a blessed night.